welcome to Real Estate Royalty. My name is Rashonda Johnson, and thank you so much for joining me. Welcome back. If you haven't subscribed yet, right now would always be the best opportunity. Also, if you haven't followed us on social media, I will post the handles down below for you to see. But with that being said, let's get right into the video. So today's topic is going to be what you need to know to get a pre-approval. So if you watched any of my previous videos, I've definitely mentioned pre-approvals quite a few times, and I said that I'd go in further detail. Excuse me. I'd go in further detail about the video and make a video that's a little bit more extensive so that you can understand what the benefits of a pre-approval is. So here it is. So before I get into this video, a couple of disclaimers like I always do. Before I get into this video, disclaimer number one, some of the examples discussed in the video can be either best case or worst case scenario. Therefore, you don't necessarily have to take every example so literally. Everyone operates a little bit differently, and every scenario has its own problems, issues, and situations. Disclaimer number two, all the opinions and tips that are utilized within this video are based off of my personal opinion and my experience working in the real estate industry. So if you disagree with anything that I'm talking about, it doesn't mean that, I'm wrong and you're right or vice versa. It's your preference. At the end of the day, this is going to be one of the biggest investments that you make in your life. So at the end of the day, make sure it's something that you're comfortable with, something that you can live by, and something that's not going to have you tossing and turning at night. So, with that being said, we'll jump right into the video. Sorry guys, I'm feeling a little bit sick today. But, so basically, a pre-approval is when a lender is either public or private, feels that a potential borrower, i.e. you, is completely credit worthy enough for a certain credit product or a loan, in this case for a home, condo, or property. So, basically what that means, being pre-approved typically means that a consumer has passed the approval process and therefore they are granted to be immediately given a loan if you apply. The literal meaning is a little bit different. The literal meaning is at the stage before approval, thus giving the term obviously pre-approved or pre-approval. The meaning relates to the mortgage lending field. People interested in buying a house can often approach a lender who will check their credit history, verify their income, then provide assurance that they would be able to get a loan up to a certain amount. This pre-approval can help a buyer find a home that is within their loan amount range, that's within their immediate budget. Buyers can always ask for a letter of pre-approval from a lender when they're shopping around for homes, and with that they can possibly have an advantage over others because they can show the seller that they are more likely to be able to actually purchase the house once everything is all said and done and once everything goes through. So oftentimes real estate agents like myself prefer to work with buyers who have pre-approvals, as it demonstrates that, at the end of the day, that you are well qualified to receive financing and that you are actually serious about buying a home. So this is something that we run into quite often. A lot of people sit there and they say, hey, I want to purchase a house. Yeah, I have my down payment, but at the end of the day, can't necessarily get approved. So pre-approval is based on the documentation borrowers supply at the time of the application. An actual eligibility to receive the pre-approved loan depends on the terms and condition of the pre-approved or the pre-approval and ability to secure the loan before the pre-approval expires. So one of the main things, or the first main thing that they look for, especially when they're going through this process, is proof of income. So no verification or no documentation loans are a thing of the past. So you need to be prepared with statements from the past 2 years, recent pay stubs that show your income, as well as like a year-to-date income, proof of any additional income such as, alimony, bonuses, part-time jobs, gifts, whatever the case is, you'll need to provide, and your 2 most recent years of tax returns to make sure that you weren't claiming or that you were claiming all of this on your taxes. The second thing that they kind of look for is proof of assets. So you will need to present things like bank statements, investment account statements to prove that you have funds for the down payment and closing costs, as well as cash reserve for any of the extra hidden costs that may be incurred within your home buying process. Your down payment, expressed as a percentage of the selling price, varies based off of the loan type. Most loans come with a requirement that you either purchase a private mortgage insurance or you pay mortgage insurance premium for whatever you're funding, especially if it's less than 20%. In addition to your down payment, pre-approval is also based on your credit score. So like I mentioned in the previous video, your credit score will help lenders see your debt to income ratio and certain other factors, like how good you are at repaying back your credit and your existing loans. If you receive money from a friend or a relative to assist you with the down payment, you may need to get a gift letter to prove that the funds are a gift rather than a loan. And that also helps with paper trail, because when you just come into a large sum of money with nowhere that it came from, it looks suspicious. So good credit, I mentioned in the last video. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, I'll post the link down below. But good credit definitely goes a long way. So if you haven't watched the previous video, I'll let you know. So from 800 to 900 points is considered excellent. So you have excellent credit score. So which means, realistically speaking, you shouldn't have any problems getting a loan. From 720 to 799, you have very good credit. You should have a variety of credit choices to choose from, or mortgage options. 650 to 719, you have good credit, but you may not qualify for the lowest interest rates available, but you'll still have a good selection. 600 to the 650 stage is fair credit. Your history will show some debt payment, and it will be important for you to show solid sense of financial responsibility. And the 300 to 599 is you definitely have some work to do, period. Most lenders require a credit score to be about 680 or above to approve for a conventional loan to get a decent rate. Lenders typically reserve the lowest interest rates for customers with a credit score of about 760 or above. So people who have lower scores must make a larger down payment. Lenders will often work with borrowers with low or moderate credit scores to suggest ways that you can improve their credit. The fourth thing that is very important is obviously employment verification. You can't purchase a house with no employment unless you won the lottery. But your lender will not only want to see your pay stubs, but will most likely want to call your employer to verify that you are still employed and to check on your salary. If you have recently changed jobs, a lender may want to contact your previous employers just to make sure that you actually worked there and you were getting what you said you were making. And lenders want to make sure that at the end of the day, they're going to be lending to somebody with a stable income. Self-employed borrowers need to provide a significant additional amount of paperwork concerning their business and their income, so that makes it a little bit easier for them to approve them. And the fifth thing is other types of documentation. So your lender will need a copy of your driver's license. They'll need a copy of your social insurance number, signature allowing your lender to pull your credit. Be prepared at the pre-approval session and later to provide that as quickly as possible. Any additional paperwork that your lender requests. The more cooperative you are, the smoother your mortgage process will be. So realistically speaking, get it to them as quickly as possible. So next steps is, once you have all that gathered, all the required documentation, it takes a little bit of time to look through everything and apply for the best mortgages in your area. Once you have completed, be sure to start your search right away, as pre-approvals typically only last anywhere between 60 to 90 days before having to go and get another one done. Therefore, this is an option for you to consider, or for you to start considering, to make sure that you have all the right building blocks in place before you even really think about going to get a pre-approval. I personally feel that this is always the best option if you are in the home buying process, because The last thing that we as realtors want is for you to waste your time. We start sending you listings, you start shopping around for properties, you get to a point where you find one that you think is like perfect, and then you go to put that offer in, and then when you find out that you don't have the ability to obtain financing, excuse my language, but at that point you're a little bit screwed. Then you literally have to stop all your searches, figure out what the problem is, figure out if you can actually get a loan anytime soon. If you can't get a loan anytime soon, give yourself a great period of time, and then we can kind of go from there. But with that being said, this is the end of my video. I hope I didn't scare you guys too much. If you want a little bit more information, definitely reach out to me. I hope this was informative, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and turn on that bell notification so anytime I do post a new video, you'll have the ability to see it. Leave any questions, concerns that you have below. I'll do my best to either try to get them answered as soon as possible or in an upcoming video. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Love y'all so much. Bye.